Namaste, my darlings. Welcome to the mat and welcome to this brand new flow. So for those who are new here, my name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch. And thank you for joining me for today's 20-minute power yoga flow. So we are going to work through a full body flow, looking at opening up the heart, the hips, finding our strength and creating a little bit of fire in our practice. So you can grab any props that you would like to help support you, maybe a really strong cup of coffee, anything you want. But we're going to begin straight away by coming into a downward facing dog. So tucking those toes under, lifting the hip bones to the sky, you're going to begin to walk the dog. So pedaling out those legs, bending one knee, bending another. Maybe it's your first down dog in a while, maybe it's your first down dog today. However it is you're feeling, just starting to create some movement here. Maybe nodding the head yes or shaking it no. Before we bring our downward facing dog into stillness, checking that alignment, so tucking the last rib in and pushing those hip bones higher to the sky. Starting to really connect with the earth beneath those fingers and those toes. Evening out the breath, we're going to hold it here for just a few moments. Maybe using this time to set yourself an intention for the flow ahead. Whatever you want it to be, no right or wrong answers, but setting your intention here in the mind and then sealing it with your breath. When you're ready, we're going to bring the big toes to touch. On your inhale, we sweep that right leg nice and high to the sky. Exhale to draw this knee to the chest and step between the thumbs, lower the back knee down. Inhale, we find our way to a low lunge. Exhale, we're going to sweep those arms down by our side, lean forward, lift the back leg up, finding our way into our high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, pivot on that back foot, bend the right elbow to right knee, lift the left arm up and overhead, side angle, opening up the side body, beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to roll all the way from our side angle into reverse warrior. Take the left arm behind the back, right arm floats up and overhead here. Sinking nice and deep into that front knee, find your fire. We inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, release those arms into a warrior two position. Before we sweep the arms back overhead, pivot on the back tippy toe and lower that knee back down. Beautiful. Frame the front foot. From here, we lift the back leg back up, step to plank, holding your plank for a moment, tucking that tailbone under. And then push off those tippy toes, bend the elbows, take your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hip bones back to the sky, downward facing dog. Bringing the big toes to touch. Inhale, we sweep the left leg nice and high to the sky. Exhale, draw that knee to the chest, step between the thumbs. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, we find our way first into our low lunge. And then from here, we tuck the back toes under. Lift the body first to high lunge. And then pivot on that back foot. Bending left elbow, left knee, right arm up and overhead, side angle. Breathing deeply into the belly. We inhale. Exhale, roll all the way to reverse warrior. Keep finding that fire in the quads. Right arm behind the back, left arm up and overhead. There is literally somebody watching me through my studio windows. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful. Roll through a warrior two. Sweep those arms overhead, high lunge. And then lower that back knee down. Hands frame the front foot, lift the back leg up and step to plank. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck those toes, meeting back in downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to keep finding some movement in the hips. So we bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg floats to the sky. On your exhale, we're going to tap these right tippy toes over to the left-hand side of our mat. Beautiful, back to the sky. Take it to the right-hand side. Inhale high, exhale left, beautiful, keep it going. Inhale high, exhale right. One more time, to the sky, to the left-hand side, to the sky, to the right-hand side. Beautiful, inhale, take it back to the sky. Exhale, step between the thumbs, lower the back knee down. We reach those arms nice and high, finding your way to your low lunge. And then from here, we're going to tuck the back toes under, lift up to a high lunge, and then pivot that back foot into your warrior two this time. So bending into that front knee, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. We inhale. Exhale, right elbow, right knee, left arm up and overhead. If it feels like you have more space, then maybe you bring this right hand to the mat. Gaze all the way to the stars. Inhale. Exhale, press off that front foot. Whoop. Roll elegantly into your reverse warrior. Left arm sweeps behind the back. Keep bending into that front knee. Gaze high. We inhale. Exhale, roll through your warrior two. Before hands come to heart center, pivot on that back foot. And we're going to step all the way to the top of the mat. Starting to root down through those feet. Yes, inhale, reach those arms high to the sky. Exhale, sit low, come to your chair pose, tucking that tailbone under. Sweep those arms high. If you want to go further, you can lift those heels up. Sit low, holding for 3. Holding for 2. And 1. Hands come to the mat. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, plant the hands down, step it back, jump it back to your plank and take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hip bone to the sky. Keep the heat going, big toes come to touch. We sweep left leg to the sky. And then send those left tippy toes over to the right hand side. Inhale high. Exhale to the left. Inhale high. To the right, beautiful, keep it going. Send it high. To the left. Inhale high. Final time, to the right. Inhale, exhale to the left, beautiful. Send this leg back up to the sky, step between the thumbs, lower the back knee down. First, we find our way to low lunge, sweep those arms high. And then tuck the back toes under, lift the leg all the way up, first to high lunge. Before we find our way to our Virabhadrasana 2, so warrior 2, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, sink low into that front hip. We inhale. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. If it feels good, then maybe that hand comes all the way to the mat. Holding here for 3, for 2. On your 1, with control, roll all the way to reverse warrior. Left arm up and overhead. Keep finding that pin in the quad. You got it. Inhale. Exhale, roll through a warrior 2. Before hands come to prayer, pivot on the back tippy toes and step all the way, whoop, forwards. Oh my God, my legs are on fire. Giving yourself a moment here, starting to root down through the feet. When you're ready from here, we inhale, hands come high. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, find length along the spine, move to chair pose, maybe even coming onto those tippy toes. It feels good to you. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Beautiful movements. Inhale, we gaze forwards. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, jump back, and take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. This time on your exhale, we're going to move to a tabletop position here. Let's just ease out that spine very quickly. So finding our way through some cat-cow movements, we inhale to drop the chest, gaze forwards. Exhale to curve the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Beautiful, keep your movements going. Releasing that spine from any stress that maybe followed you here to the mat. If you fancy adding a little bit of a wrist direction, you can begin to flip the fingertips inwards so the inner wrist face towards the top of the mat, and keep taking your movements. Beautiful. Bring the palms to the mat. Tuck those toes under. Find your way back to your downward facing dog. From here, we bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, sweep that right leg high to the sky. Exhale, we're going to send it all the way over to the right hand side, but keep those legs lifted. Find the fire, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend this knee, bring the right knee, right elbow, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, send it back up to the sky. Yes, feel that fire. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest, step between the thumbs. From here, we're going to pivot on that back foot, roll the body straight away to warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, side angle, right elbow, right knee. You can keep the left arm lifted all the way overhead, or maybe you wrap left arm behind the body and bring the right hand to the mat. Start opening up that heart chakra. Holding here for 3, for 2, and 1. Move straight away, reverse warrior, right arm up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, roll first to a warrior 2. Keep this heat going before we sweep the arms overhead. Move onto the back tippy toes, hands come heart center. Hook left elbow, right knee, finding your prayer twist. From here, we're going to transition to a twisted chair. So step that back leg forward, sit nice and low here. If you want to test yourself, you can shift your weight to that right leg. Point the left toes behind you, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my God, my leg is burning. Hands come to the mat. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands down, walk back, step back, jump back to your plank, and take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Woo. Exhale, hip bones back to the sky. Downward facing dog. Yes. I'm not sure I had enough coffee for this flow. Woo. When you're ready, toes come to touch. Inhale, we first sweep the left leg to the sky, and then send that leg all the way to the side. Open the hips, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring left knee, left elbow. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, step between the thumbs. Pivot that back foot. And in your own time, roll the body to your warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, side angle, left knee, right arm up and overhead. If you want, you can wrap the right arm behind you and bring the left hand to the mat. Holding. Yes, 3, 2, And 1, reach up and over, reverse warrior. Embrace that fire, breathe deeply. Inhale. Exhale, roll back to warrior 2 before we sweep those arms up and overhead and gently find your way to your prayer twist, hooking this right elbow over the left knee. You can stay here or step the back legs forward, sit nice and low. Maybe moving to that flamingo pose by shifting your weight into the left leg and reaching that right leg behind you, squeezing the heel close to the hips. Holding 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release the foot down, release the hands, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, jump back to your plank and take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck those toes, meeting back in a downward facing dog. And from here, you're going to start to pedal out those legs. Bending one knee, bending another. Maybe nodding the head, yes, shaking it now. And then from here, you're going to begin to bend the knees, walk the hands towards the feet, and we're going to start to move onto the tippy toes, squeezing these knees nice and close to us. We're coming into almost like a floating hero's pose here. A really gorgeous stretch for the tippy toes. So we're going to keep finding that fire, finding a little bit of flight here with a side crow. So, coming to face you, we're going to do rolling up my sleeves. And we're going to start to take the arms all the way over to the right hand side. Left elbow tucks into the right knee, right elbow into that hip. And maybe you start to shift your weight onto the elbows, finding your way to a side crow. Maybe beginning to extend the legs here. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Who the hell came up with this flow? All right, going back into your little hero's pose. Now remember, we don't edit out mistakes in this coven. We embrace the wobbles, we embrace the falls. That's what flight is all about. You got to embrace the flaws. You got to embrace the falls. Right, shut up Beth, let's keep going. Take the arms over to the left hand side. Find your balance, making that little shift, and find your way into your side crow. Maybe extending the legs, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Release those toes. Send those arms down by your side. Relax the body into a child's pose. If it feels good to the wrists, you can tuck the wrists underneath the ankles. And maybe begin to roll the head from left to right. Massaging the space between the eyebrows. And then from here, my loves, we're going to roll the body first to tabletop, cross those ankles behind us, and move to a seated pose. Just easing out that spine with a couple of stretches. We inhale, arms flow overhead. Exhale, take a twist over to the left-hand side, right hand, left knee. Inhale, float those arms overhead. Exhale, take your twist to the right hand side. Inhale, bring the body to the center, make a fist, take a few little wrist rolls here in one direction, moving and take them in the other, maybe nodding the head yes, shaking it no, rolling those shoulders. Any kind of free movement here. I've got to do jazz hands then. That feels good to you. Before we bring the hands to heart center in prayer, and always ending this practice with a little bit of a bow of gratitude to ourselves, to those who joined us in the coven, and as always from me to you, thanking you for meeting me here on the mat. So this is just a quick and simple power yoga flow that you can do whenever you want to find a bit of movement, whenever you want to find that little bit of heat, you know, pick up those vibrations, pick up that energy, and just give yourself 20 minutes to find movement and to create that magic. So don't forget, I do upload 3 free flows a week, so you can find them over on my YouTube channel. But thanking you so much for joining me here today in my little studio here in Pembrokeshire, and I look forward to seeing you again on the mat soon, my darlings. Oh my God, I'm knackered. I'll see you later, my loves.